Hello and welcome back to part 4 of A Sunless Sea. I am Agathis and I am online, and we have recently just returned to London. So we traded in all our reports to the Admiralty. We restocked up on fuel and supplies, and now we want to decide what to do next. Let me see. What I did do is I've made some notes for myself using just a notepad program. So I've made some notes on how much all these things buy for in different places. I noticed that you could buy foxfire candles, for example, at 40 echoes. Now foxfire candles we saw could also be sold at Venterbite, but they buy them for 33. So it's not really worth us to try and make that trade. The same with stuff like supplies. They sell supplies at 30, whereas we can only buy them for 20 here. So it's obviously better for us to buy our supplies here. You can sell supplies at Venterbite for 8, so it's not worth running supplies for Venterbite either. There's this sort of stock exchange, the Wolf Stack exchange. Mushroom wine can be bought for 21 here, but it can be sold at Venterbite for 23. So you'd make 2 profit per unit. Well, how many could I buy? I could only really buy 4. I couldn't even buy 4. I could only buy 3. So I could buy 3 mushroom wine. I could take it to Venterbite. I could sell them, and I'd make a grand total of 6 echoes profit. And that's not counting the fuel. So, may not be worth it. Prisoner's honey, I haven't seen anywhere that buys that yet. All coffee beans, all human souls. Yeah. So this is something that you just have to make a note of and maintain and see how it goes. What else do we have then? Storyline. Father's bones. We can go and see the Admiral. Good, let's do that. You have earned the Admiralty's favour. The dark spectacled Admiral will see you now. You're ushered into his office off Mansion's pyre, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk. Ah yes, the merchant captain of whom we see such complicated things. A deplorable end. At the Parthenaeum Club, the Admiral dropped hints about your father and about his deplorable end. What does the Admiralty know? Assistance with subsistence. They can provide free fuel, maybe. Vital intelligence, if we had any. Port reports. I guess we've already traded all of those in, haven't we? Yeah. Okay. And charts. Moves in the Great Game. Ask him what he needs. Shipment of red honey. What do you need? He doesn't say. Oops, sorry. I've seen that one before. Ask him what he needs. Information. Visit a port and we'll be particularly interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest and will be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it? Right. A deplorable end. Let's do this one. Yes, there was a certain report. King Geeta's castle. The empty temple at the end of the world. Your father went there. No one makes the pilgrimage there if they intend to return. One way or another, no pilgrim returns home. I have heard that they stay. I have also heard that they go on, someplace even further. It is a regrettable place, Captain, the King-Eater's castle, and its pilgrims do regrettable things. If you do go, do not take any who are dear to you. The King-Eater castle is at the far southeast of the map. Go there if you must. I think that's going to be a fairly long-term goal that we're not going to do anytime soon. A specialist surgeon. She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. I specialise in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at sea. Employ the Claddery Heir. Her talents could be well employed on your vessel. The Claddery Heir is a doctor who increases hearts and iron. We could use both of those. It will cost us 30 echo. I'm very tempted by that. We could use a surgeon on our ship. But let's come back to that later. I don't know what I'm going to spend my money on now, and money is tight. She's still there, but we can come back to her later. The Rosa's Wharf. The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes and the gumption to harass Z-captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make one trade per visit. Choose wisely. People at the Rose Market will pay above the usual price for specific goods. Okay. A jovial contrarian is purchasing long boxes. His wheeled chair squeaks through the crowd. As all visitors to the Rose Market must, he carries a mirror. He's painted over the glass, though, with the face of a bat. Alright. So, he's unlocked. We need a long box. We don't have a long box. A dauntless temperance campaigner is purchasing live specimens. She comes here to protest against the shadow puppet publication of the honey harvest, but she's also known to buy caged specimens. So we need a live specimen. Escort some interesting acquaintances to the Rose Market to hope they make a satisfying trade that will usher in a new day, perhaps with new buyers. That will cost us a free evening, of which we have one. Perhaps not. Our lodgings. Read the morning papers. Yes, let's get news. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor Empress has forbidden singing outside the street at her palace. The anarchists on the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallblighter wasps. We have one recent news. We gained no fragments, and we lost a little bit of terror. Fine. Visit our study. I don't have a study. I don't have an elegant townhouse. I could rest for the night. This would reduce my terror. It would cost me 10 echo. And it works because I live there. I don't need to reduce my terror. Let's leave that for now. Back to the rest of the city then. Visit the university. Yeah, visit the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets, Z-experiments, and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Quite impressed. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. We've lost a secret. We have gained a favour in the Antiquarian. We've gained 1 pages, so we are slightly better, or we have more esoteric and occasionally practical knowledge. The Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moves and provoking teeth. Possibly is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm for causing too many injuries to the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below. A Z story, a tale of the deep, an outlandish artifact, a searing enigma, a dread surmise, an extraordinary implication, or we can leave. Alright. I've got my little table up here. I'm just gonna make a new entry into it. So, if we give them a Z story, what do we get? You've lost a Z story, you gain 10 echo. Okay, so they will buy. I'm just going to type this in. Z story for 10. And plus favor with the Antiquarian. Good. We could give them an artifact. Wow! 100 echo. Outlandish artifact. So what do you get from that? You get 100 echo. Yeah. Excuse me. You get 100 echo. You lose the artifact. You gain favors. And you get a fragment. A fragment of a secret. One isn't very much, but yeah, we'll take it. So, I still have one more outlandish artifact. I'm going to keep hold of that one for now. I'm guessing that other people will buy them. So it's good to see who's going to buy what. Maybe you could sell one at the Roses Wharf. I'm not sure. On a different day. So let's leave the university at that. The Rose Market is the same, I think. Yes, that's the same. So if there was somebody buying outlandish artifacts, we might get more for them there, but that's more random. Lodgings we've done for the day. Hire on more crew. So it'll cost us 30 echo to buy more crew. Put the ship into dry dock. What can we get? We can exchange a point of Admiralty's favour for fuel. We can repair the ship for 75 echo. Wow, that's a lot. You can't just spend like a little bit of echo to get a little bit of hull repair? Apparently not. Alright. 100 echo to completely repair the hull. The Admiralty. Oh, you can spend favours and 25 echo to repair the hull. You can employ Ratus Faber engineers. The rats of fallen London. That's luck, and that will cost you. That will cost you 3 supplies. So 3 supplies is 60. At 20 each. So. And you can't use that if you've got the cat. Okay, Wretched Mog. Interesting. I think we'll leave that for now. London, we've done the Admiral. Okay, he's done. A merchant venturer. An urchin tugs at your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. I have need of a reliable agent, failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. Sure, we'll hear you out. An opportunity for profit. He has very specific needs and he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. Your objective, the venturer's venture, is now 1. A dream and a scheme. The venturer has a request. Speak to him further or check your journal. Continue. I will need your help. He has 2 requests and you can fulfill one of them. Something romantic and approved. They publish this stuff in the Khanate to the east, but they don't trade readily, and there's customs duty on love stories. Still, I'll pay 1,000 echoes for the 7. 7 approved romantic literature. Find 7 pieces of romantic literature. Okay, that's locked. I can't accept those? Something romantic and smuggled. That's the same stuff. That's the same stuff, isn't it? 7 approved romantic literature. 7 unapproved romantic literature for that one. I see. Could you buy romantic literature? Did I see? Oh, you could sell it for 22. Okay. Right. Something silky. I offer you a better price than what you'll get in Wolfstack. Much better. 1,500 echoes for the lot. You'll find silk in Saviour's Rocks far to the east, or in the Khanate near Z's Heart. So you need 71 volumes of romantic literature, or 21 bolts of spider silk. Okay. 21 bolts of spider silk, wherever we get that from. Okay, we can't help you on any of those then. And actually, even if we found 21, we'd only just about squeeze it in. So, that's, again, that's more of a long-term kind of goal. We'll have to see about that one. Fair enough. Anything else that we can do here? Is that it? Do we just sort of... Is that it? That's it for now. Lodgings, we've done all of that. Rose's Wharf, we've done all of that. The specialist, I'd quite like to do that, because I guess it must start some sort of quest line. We've done the Admiral. We've done the Scholar. We've kept an artifact just in case. Could we... We could use a night out to see if we can reset this. Maybe somebody else will buy the artifact that we got. Yeah, let's do that. Since I can't see any other way. Oh yeah, you can carouse in Wolfstack Docks, which would... Something about romance? I think that's supposed to be like 0 or 1 or something. I don't know. It would cost us 10 echo just to do that. It's still reduced terror. I don't need to do that. Let's see if we can reset this and get something else. Go. So, puppet plays press on interrupted. Personal collections grow. Words written in fogged mirrors are hastily wiped away. The exotic exchanges pollinate dreams. So that's sort of reset. We've lost a free day. What do we get? A prim baronet is looking for an unread log. We don't have that. A tattooed courier will pay well for shillintack. We don't have that. Okay, fine. So we didn't get anything from that. That's about it then. Might as well move on. We've done everything we can. Let's spend the 30 echoes and get this lady. Welcome aboard, Claddery Air. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them. Appoint your new officer by dragging her from the officer's tab to her slot at the top of the screen. Do this in port, not at sea, or it may upset your crew. Alright. So, officers. We'll drag her into that point, and because... Wow! We get +1 hearts and plus... No. What do we get? Hearts +6, iron +6, and a doctor aboard. Maybe that's an event kind of thing. We didn't manage to sell the Tale of Terror. Okay. Was anyone buying Tales of Terror? No. Journal. Was anyone buying that? That's the sisters. Another day. Favors. Oh, Antiquarian is 2 favors for the Antiquarian. Fine. 3 for the Admiral. Good. There's nothing about the Doctor. Okay. Right then, that's about it then. Right, off we go. So, where are we going to go this time? Let's... Well, we've been north to Venterby, so let's go south this time. So again, we're leaving with 10 fuel and 5 supplies, and we want to make sure that we don't use all this up on the way. Is it worth stopping at Hunter's Keep? Probably no, that's too far north. We might stop at Quaker's Haven. Which way to Quaker's Haven? Straight down. Okay, straight south. Oh, it's misty. Don't like that. Ooh, right, now. So, I'll pause the game there. Combat. So, combat in this game, we had one already. I should have explained it a bit. What happens is, if the enemy is within this arc here, the front, sort of slightly more than 180 degrees, then you start to build up a firing solution with your weapons. We've only got one weapon, the deck weapon, and it will start to go up, and you can see this is filling up, and then when it's full, we can fire it. So that's about a quarter full. It will fill up faster if the enemy is within this front arc with your light. Now obviously the enemy also has weapons of their own. I don't think this Auroral Megalops, this crab thing, has a ranged weapon, but it will be trying to ram us or something. So we want to stay away from it. So we want to stay away from it, but have it in this front arc. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and back up. We're going to go into reverse and try and back away, but still while building up a firing solution. Now we're in the fog. There we go, firing solution, and bang. Come on, go out. No, don't ram us, don't ram us. Oh, it didn't quite make it. There we go. So we fired it twice, we hit it twice, we've killed it. Are we going to butcher it for supplies or dissect it? A modest challenge, 77%. We've got supplies, so yeah, let's dissect it. A crab full of conundrums. You set to work with your knives and acids. Maybe having the surgeon on board helped us with this. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops, of one of the deep sea crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife. We succeeded in the pages challenge. We gained 25 fragments. Great. And off we go. So we'll keep our lamp on this fog. The fog, okay, so we heard the bell. That means something is awaiting for us in port. So that's another day, I guess. Yes, that's another day. You can see it went from December the 5th to December the 6th, although I think my portrait is in the way there. Let's stop in on Quaker's Haven, and at the very least we'll pick up a port report. We're burning fuel all the time here. Quaker's Haven. Drink at the Cock and Magpie? No. Explore the shore. Pick up a Mog. That's still going to cost us 3 supplies. I'm not going to go for that. Chat to the fisherman. I'm interested in exploring the shore, really. Let's chat to the fisherman. Get the echo. Oh, pay the echo. Let's explore the shore. Go on. Wander a little way along the shore. Take a stroll along the beach. Perhaps the sea has brought us something. Driftwood? Something glinting? A nasty glob of goo? The remnants of a shipwreck? Yeah, let's take that. Drums of fuel! Stamped with the marks of the Royal Navy, some naval picket met its end out here. Well, we can find a use for it. 11 fuel, that's amazing. So fuel costs 10 echoes per unit. That's more than 100 echoes. That's fantastic. That really helps us out. It does take up hold space, so we're a bit low on. We're only up to half hold space now, but that will keep us going for a little while. That's fantastic. Okay. With 20 fuel and 4 supplies, we can go on a slightly longer voyage now. We're going to plan for that, and we're going to do that in the next episode. So, I'm Agathis, I'm online, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.